வணக்கம் நேயர்களே, welcome back to another episode on Vada, Poche Tamil podcast. We are now available on most streaming platforms, which is Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or எந்த பாட்காஸ்ட் பிளாட்ஃபார்மில் நீங்கள் கேட்குறதா இருந்தாலும் நீங்கள் அதை கேட்டுக்கலாம்.
நம்மள சோஷியல் மீடியாவில் நீங்கள் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணலாம் at Vada, Poche Tamil podcast, Instagram and TikTok. Leave us a comment, message அனுப்புங்க, ஏதாவது ஃபீட்பேக் இருந்தாலும் சொல்லுங்கள். We'll definitely reply to you guys. So please reach out to us and let's have a conversation going. Enjoy the show.
தூக்குறது மைக்.
இப்போ நம்ம அதை தானே சொன்னோம்.
எஸ், இன்டர்நெட் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோரரா.
So இப்போ இந்த TikTok வீடியோ அந்த மேல் ஸ்கின் கேர், right? The video Maldi Michelle, right? The comments இருக்கு, like there's the guys who view the traditional male practices or don't do's, they say that okay, guys shouldn't do threading, waxing and all that. So for some context, okay, I don't thread or wax.
Okay. I also don't thread, I don't wax.
Yeah.
மச்சான், நான் ஃபேஷியல் வாஷ் பாடி வாஷ்னு அன்றைக்கி தான் நான் கண்டுபிடிச்சேன்.
Okay, I mean, okay, waxing wise I do for intimate areas, but I have not.
I don't even do that. I only shaving and trimming.
Wait, actually is threading haram?
Actually, threading is haram according to Islam. Because they say that it's prohibited to pluck or thread the eyebrow in Islam unless there is a necessity to do so. Necessity na, it falls under like, you know, if there's a cut, then they have to remove the hair for surgery and stuff. This is derived from the Prophet himself lah. He said that it is not, according to our God, it is not legal who practice all these things. Because I don't want to go too deep into it, because there's a law, it's a very long story, because it also has tattooing and threading and everything. So it's
also tattoo on threading or
something like, yeah, under
category la vandu.
Yeah, under classification, under, and it's also said that it is cursed upon, that means God has cursed upon people who do this, but people are still doing this lah.
But so, why is it wrong? Do you know?
Not really. I mean, only what we heard is wrong lah, but I mean, threading now has become...
Wait, sorry. Threading specifically or threading and waxing?
Threading only. Waxing no. Waxing never came out. I never heard about waxing before.
Maybe because when I was எழுதும்போது at that time maybe it didn't...
waxing maybe never came about.
Maybe, I don't know lah. I mean,
yeah,
threading,
maybe it makes sense. Maybe.
I have no idea lah.
Threading.
That's interesting.
I didn't know.
I mean, in a bigger term, right, when I look at threading, for me specifically, I feel that for certain people it is necessary. Because when you see someone, the first thing you see is their face. And you know, some people have this very messy eyebrow, thick eyebrow. நம்மளுக்கு முடி மாதிரி நம்ம வந்து முடியை வெட்டுறோம் so that we look presentable. அவங்களுக்கு முடி வந்து for females we talk about females, they all generally grow their hair. Not all, but mostly if you see, they do have long hair. And if they never thread their eyebrow, imagine they have long hair but they have very thick eyebrow or unibrow, it will not make them look presentable. So that is a reason why most of them go and do it. So for guys contact, we go and cut our hair regularly, keep it short and everything. For in girls contact, I feel that that's why they thread.
It's not all. Some maybe like the thick eyebrows. I don't know.
No. I'm not generally saying that people who have thick eyebrows go for threading. But you know, if I come deriving to mudi vetturadhu, that's the closest. But also there are people who really follow this Islamic law strictly. Yeah. And if you go and talk to them about threading, they're like, no, cannot. Threading. So even nail polish is also considered haram.
Okay.
Because nail polish has alcohol, and before we pray, right, we have to take this thing called wudu, where we cleanse ourselves with water. Because there's alcohol, right, it is not penetrating. You get it? So that's why they say that you are not allowed to put nail polish.
Are there alcohol-free nail polishes? People never
recently have.
I mean, you look at it from a business perspective, right? You market alcohol-free nail polishes. You hit a large population.
But alcohol-free nail polishes are bloody expensive.
I suppose lah.
And it's not long-lasting. So if I go to a pedicure shop, pedicure.
Manicure.
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 Manicure. Okay, manicure.
Many pedicure.
Yes, many pedi. So if I go to their shop, they will even local. I mean, their owner might be Chinese, but they do have this thing called halal nail polish.
But now there's also stick-ons, right? Stick-on is down, okay, right?
Stick on is okay as long you can remove it and scrape it off before your prayers. It's fine.
So the whole purpose of அந்த nail polish இருக்கக்கூடாது is because அந்த ஊது
Yes.
அந்த ஊது தண்ணி வந்து சேராது.
More like cleansing yourself. Yeah.
Cleanse.
Like நம்ம கோயில் போறது முன்னாடி கால கழுவிட்டு தான போவோம். Same logic, but ours is we got hand, nose, head, everything, and we pray 5 times a day.
Right.
And this 5 times is compulsory prayers.
Correct.
So if you're going to pray 5 times a day, there's no way you can fit the nail polish in it. Because if you think about it, morning
Unless
6
you wear
o'clock.
to sleep lah.
Morning 6 o'clock, before sunrise is one. Then at 12, 1 o'clock is one. Another one is at 4 o'clock. Then another one is 7. Then 8. Sunrise, sunset got 1. Then in between got 2. Then after that,
Before
8 o'clock got 1. So one whole day you're praying. Then how are you going to fit this nail polish thing? So yeah.
But circling back to the topic, right?
Yeah.
With the guys. When I was looking at the comment, there's a large, I mean, I don't know whether large population, but there's a group of people on the ஆண்கள் threading பண்ணா they consider it as womanly and what's happening to guys nowadays and my grandfather didn't do this, so I don't need to do this. I am under the bracket where I am a bit more traditional. I have never done threading before. I have never done that nail polish, pedicure, all that before. Manicure, all that before also. Pedicure, I got forced into it recently.
நல்லா இருந்துச்சா?
அது அப்புறமா சொல்றேன்.
சந்தோஷமா இருந்தா.
Then reason why is to me when I grow up in the manicure, pedicure, waxing, threading, அதெல்லாம் பண்றது things that girls do and guys don't do.
Yeah.
Not because they tell you that guys don't do it, it's because these are things that girls do. So you just never entertain that. It's like playing with dolls. You treat it as, okay, dolls now you hear is girls. Boys, action figures, toys. And the mari. You associate with that. So I grew up in the 90s with that sort of the image, right? So I get the perspective.
Okay.
But then when I'm looking at the younger generation and there's like celebrities like even Arnold and all everybody, they even talk about going for pedicures, manicures, all that. They are camera facing, so அதெல்லாம் பண்றது. But normal people like சராசரி மனிதர்கள் nowadays, ஆண்கள், right? They're doing it now. So I was thinking, okay, I actually have the mindset where guys don't do this. I've been asked to do a few times by like wife and all that. They said, oh, you want to go threading or anything? I said, no, it's like, this is the girls thing for me. I do have the mindset, so
Brother,
I understand. But when I'm giving a reason as to why I shouldn't do it, I don't have a basis.
Yeah.
I have that. No, like, it's a girly thing to do. That's it. I don't have a
Why?
proper reason. I don't have a non-superficial reason. Which means that my reason is not good enough, in my opinion. Okay. I still have not done it, but it's just because வளர்ந்த விதம், not because ஏதோ ஒரு நம்பிக்கை வச்சிருக்கேன். It's like an obstacle I can't.
For me, like you said, medicure, pedicure, many penny lah. I go because of my sister. She drags me. But you know what? After going, right, I realized that you feel very clean.
Yeah.
They really clean every small area. நம்ம நகம் மட்டும் போது கூட it's like, oh, இங்க ஒரு இடம் இருக்கா, நம்மளுக்கு தெரியாம போச்சு, that kind of thing. They really clean, then they give you like very good spa treatment on your leg and everything, and they wash it clean and stuff. என்ன காலை சொரண்டும் போது கூசம்
mozzarella cheese.
Then they will கூசம் there like. But other than that, right, I think I don't find it any. Because I'm doing this, right, for me, in my personal perspective, I don't find it feminine. Another thing is, I always get another question is, do I thread my eyebrow?
Same, I get it also.
I don't understand why.
Same.
But eventually I understood that because my eyebrow shapes are very defined, right? People think that I do thread my eyebrow. But no, I got it genetically from my mom.
Same.
So my mom has a very good eyebrow shape, so and I follow it, and adanaaliye people like, oh, you thread eyebrow, and I say no, and they think that I'm lying because I'm embarrassed to say and stuff. நான் கை காலை செய்யறதே பயப்படாம இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல போடுறேன். இதை ஏன்டா நான் போட மாட்டேன்?
I still remember பயப்படாம நம்ம குரூப்ல போய் மச்சான் ஜேவி போனேன்டா. அங்க போய் என்னடா போனேன்? I did mani-pedi. I'm like, huh? What? And it's not like because you did mani-pedi I'm making fun of you. It's the way you delivered that thing.
No, I just like I went for mani-pedi.
I actually had in my opinion, right, இதுக்கு வந்து there's added layer on top of it. As guys, if you say that ஒரு ஆண் வந்து if he did threading, waxing, அதனால he's not a guy, it means your security level with your masculinity is not secure. It's not good.
Okay, yeah, agree.
I feel like just because you go to like a mani-pedi shop or waxing shop doesn't make you a quote-unquote girl or a woman straight away. Is that how secure you are with your manliness, where you define I'm a man because I don't do this, I don't do that? No, you're a man because you are courageous, you're confident, you're either they are very things. So I think if it's something as superficial as going for threading or waxing உங்களோட identity மாத்துதுன்னா, then I think you should go have a deeper think about whether you are secure with your manhood.
For me, I have a similar thought process also, because like எனக்கு வந்து like I usually go to barber shop and I shave also, right? So I'm very particular about who shaves. ஏன்னா கழுத்துல கத்தி வச்சிருக்காங்க மைக். ஸோ
ஆமா, பெரிய குசேலன் படம்
பார்த்து டே முருகையா
Sweeney Todd.
I remember I went to one of the barber shops. The fella actually got like the guy beside me had a cut. I still vividly remember that he was bleeding, bro.
No,
like,
has your barber ever cut your face?
No.
Yeah,
My face, as in not cut until bleed,
yeah,
but pain.
No, I have cut here before, but it was not deep lah, but it was bleeding.
My one touch it இன்ன வரைக்கும் இல்ல.
Because generally when you have thick beard, when they are shaving, it's a bit more hard. Yeah,
so you have to trim first.
Yeah, they will have difficulty. So அதனாலே cuts வரதுக்கு normal. That's why I ask you.
இல்ல அந்த கட் வந்து ரத்தமா வந்துச்சு மை. This was some other shop I tried வெளியூர்ல. I'm like, okay, this is not happening here. But generally I don't like people touching me hand and feet, like my hand and feet. I just don't like people touching me there. So that's why I don't even go for the manicure or pedicure and all that.
Why you don't like people touching your hands and feet?
Feet, I find it very demeaning. Like காலை தொட்டு கும்புறது and all that, right? I find it very demeaning. So like even hands, so I just don't like I don't know, I just don't like.
I had on the exact same mindset, but for me not for hands, probably more for feet. Because எனக்கு like வளரும்போது நம்ம கல்ச்சரில் சொல்லுவாங்க like காலை தொட்டா is either you getting ஆசீர்வாதம் or you're ஒருத்தவங்களை அவமானப்படுத்த மாதிரி காலை தொட்டு அந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ அந்த ஒரு மைண்ட் செட்டில் வளர்ந்து ரைட் I do have the thing. And ஒரு 5 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி first time in my life I went for foot reflexology. For some context, I'm on my feet a lot. So and I have like high arcs and I didn't wear proper footwear last time, so காலை அப்பப்போ like will be pain, so I got forced into it lah. So when I was doing it, அவங்க first time அமுக்கும் போது I got, because அவங்க வந்து காலை கழுவி விடுவாங்க. So I felt very uneasy. ஏன்னா எனக்கு வந்து இட்ஸ் லைக் எனக்கு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் நான் ஒரு பெரிய ராஜா இந்த மாதிரி ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் when I telling some like slave to do something for me, I feel like very அந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. like இது பிடிக்கல. But then I forced myself to lower my inhibition. இதுக்கு ஒரு காரணம் இருக்கும். Because foot reflexology வந்து scientifically done most of the time. And foot health, because apparently a lot of your nerve endings are in your foot, so it directly correlates with your heart and every other organ health. So I just forced myself to sit through the reflexology, and it was so useful. நடக்கும்போது யாரோ புது காலை கொடுத்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. So and then but how I compensated, especially ஆரம்பத்தில் போகும்போது எனக்கு அந்த பழக்கம் இருக்கு. If I feel bad about something, I say thank you too many times. I say thank you அந்த மாதிரி சொல்றது. Because I overcompensate lah basically.
Yeah, okay.
But அதை பண்றவங்க வந்து they treat it as a proper profession. So it's your mindset. If you think that it is demeaning, it means that you are actually demeaning them in your head.
Oh, okay, understood.
No, I mean for me, I grew up with the same mindset also. Like சேம் திங்லா, ஒன்று ஆசீர்வாதம் வாங்குறதுக்கு இல்லை அவமானப்படுத்துறதுக்கு. ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நான் ஒன்றும் பெரிய ஞானி இல்லை, அவமானப்படுத்துறதுக்கு நான் ஒன்றும் லைக் அவ்வளோ பெரிய இல்லை. ஸோ I just cannot get across that barrier.
I had that, yeah.
I just can't. Like, because I went for foot reflexology once and I actually walked out halfway because I just couldn't bear.
okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's different lah. For me, it's just ticklish. For me, I see it as அது அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு வேலை. So they are doing their வேலை, and we don't need to. I mean, எந்த வேலை செஞ்சாலும் like you have to respect their job and like தட்டை எடுக்கிறது ஒரு வேலை, குப்பை க்ளீன் பண்றது அவங்க வேலையை பார்க்கட்டி நம்ம இடம் நாடிடும் அவங்க செய்யறதுனால தான். So I don't see it in a way like I'm forcing them to do. So for me, I see it in a different angle. It's just that I feel very ticklish. So that is my biggest problem. But I mean, I don't go for foot reflexology all the time, but I do like it because நீ சொன்ன மாதிரி it's very புது கால கிடைச்ச மாதிரில. And Natureland, they do it very well in Singapore, especially the one in Clarke. Bro, I had the best foot reflexology in Singapore at Natureland Clarke. Like I and my wife, we were like having it. Then I was like, she was like, நீங்க தூங்க போறீங்களா? இல்ல நான் தூங்க போறது இல்ல. Next minute.
So எனக்கு வந்து I gym a lot and ரொம்ப நடப்பேன். I try to like என் வீட்டில் இருந்து to go to MRT station நடப்பேன், பஸ் எடுக்க மாட்டேன். And I walk my dog a few times a day also. So there's like a lot of time spent on my feet. So and I don't know whether there's such a thing called feet stretching or whatever shit. நான் பண்ணதே இல்லை. So when I went for the first time, it was like ரொம்ப I could see the amount of blood clots I had just because they amukuran the leg. And especially when they go to the calf, semma vali. For me, the calf, like, it's like my blood is so tight there. I feel like my skin going to burst sort of
especially
tightness.
the soleus area.
Yeah,
the soleus area is
from the Achilles tendon to the start of your calf. That's the worst. My skin going to burst sort of thing.
Because the calf is this big, then the soleus and Achilles tendon is the smallest area, and the joint where it connects both.
Yeah.
So this area has a lot of pressure, but people don't realize it. So all this micro tension is there, and sometimes a clock, the money ball, when you're pressing down, you can feel it.
Yeah.
That's the actual pain. So when I actually calf injury or foot injury is the start from here. Most of the time.
So that's why when foot reflexology I identify it's like too tight. And when they are pressing your leg, right, you can see when amukumbodhu சில parts are softer and சில parts you can feel என்னது அவங்க கை ரொம்ப கிராஸா இருக்கு அந்த மாதிரி. And that means your muscles are too tight. So after I realized I changed the way. After அந்த போனது பிறகு I identify okay எனக்கு பிரச்சனை இருக்கு, இது ரொம்ப வலிக்குது. Because when they press like தப்புளி தாகத்தோட pain, like அழுகல all the it's like very pain. So after that I changed the way I train everything. Like I do leg day now, it's like 20-minute warm up. Then only I do all stretching.
So then to answer the question, does that make you less manly?
That's what make you less manly.
Going for foot reflexology?
Foot reflexology, I don't think so. I don't think it's associated with.
Yeah, foot reflexology.
Okay, or even taking care of that side of the health, right?
I don't think so. Okay.
I think no, because you have to look at the comments again, right?
Yeah.
And the comments on those very colorful. Apparently, you do anything that's not.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Apparently,
you do anything that your grandfather didn't do. You're not a man.
Yeah. I'm like, so yeah, Tata வந்து பிரியாணி சாப்பிடல. So நான் என்ன
Okay, my Tata didn't wear jeans.
Yeah. கொள்ளு தாத்தா ஜட்டி போடல, அவரு கோவணம் போட்டாரு. அதுக்கு என்ன? Hey, what the fuck?
Hear me out. Okay, this is a thing which I hear a lot. Okay, when a man generally take care of himself more than he usual, like if he spends time dressing up, putting perfume, or showers longer and combs his hair, doing all his facial and all that person eventually becomes arrogant. It is usually I heard lah. In the mani senjale, man is like arrogant, vain. Okay, and they associate all this with a man. But all he does is just take care of his facial.
Oh, okay.
And just take care of himself.
Grooming like
grooming himself. So why is that so? I don't understand. I till now don't understand. Why is it automatically when a man tries to groom himself longer, they think that he's vain or he's arrogant, that's why he's grooming himself?
Are you referring to other men or women?
Both. I hear it from both.
Hey, from what I've heard, women like the men who are groomed.
No, I hear it from both in sense of depends. Even like different spectrum. When I hear it from a man's perspective, if the like okay, I'm showering long. It's like, என்னடா 1 hour plus குளிக்கிற.
இல்ல நான் அந்த மாதிரி கேட்டாக்கா வாட்டர் பில் வந்து நான் அதை பத்தி தான்.
So it's like like that kind of thing. Right. For women, right, I hear it in another way. It's like, wow, you spend so much of time doing your facial and everything or not. Like for me, right, when my face, right, I have this thing where I put tea tree serum. Then after that I put a few things. Then I put my sunscreen. So I got this whole routine. After I finish already, I put the sunscreen. Then I go out. So when the first time I met some people from the outside, they go, "Oh, you take care of yourself a lot, lah. Even I don't do that kind of thing." But because you don't do that as a female, doesn't mean I can't do that. So this is a weird thing to hear.
Oh, you arrogant, huh?
Yeah, da. What to do?
But I don't. I mean, it depends on நீ சொன்னதுல. I think
it's
depends
different
on tone
spectrum.
of voice. I think it depends on tone of voice whether it's a good thing or bad thing. ஆனா எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு when girls say that it's like wow rather than wow.
The impress wow rather than like what the fuck wow.
Yeah, okay.
Also, I heard that because when they realize அந்த ஆணி இந்த மாதிரி take care பண்ணா, it's always, I've never heard that to be a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
from a woman's perspective.
Yeah, different spectrum. And different spectrum means different way of taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
From when it came to face, yes, but when it comes to showering, cleaning yourself, cutting your hair, they are impressed.
So when I'm talking to women, I realize that the things that women look at are really, really are the things that guys don't give a shit about most of the time. Like traditionally, 90s kids, etc. I don't know about the Gen Zs lah. They look at your fingernails, the skin in your hands, your teeth. Everybody hopefully does. They look at your eyebrows. They look at your eyes. Your smile is number one usually. So you look at these things and your smell.
Smell is like number one, bro.
Yeah. So they look at these things like, if you look from a guy's perspective, you look at your beard shape, your haircut, maybe your shirt fitting properly. You don't traditionally look at your hands, your
well groomed,
whether your eyebrows are okay or like. So it's like completely different perspectives. Like at least from millennial men's perspective. As you grow older and you talk to women, you realize that women look at completely different things.
The small things that matter actually, which you really, as a guy, you really don't give a shit growing up.
Yeah, because you weren't told by your parents who are Gen Zs. Gen Z, your parents were like boomers and Gen X, right? So you are not told these things. They grew around the basics.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so
their ideology is quote unquote be manly and
Yeah, I mean at that time it worked lah, but the idea that I don't like the idea that your masculinity is defined by certain traits rather than intrinsic qualities.
I mean, because the idols that women look at as well, because obviously people look at like a certain type of எனக்கு இந்த crush இருக்கு, அவன் பேர் என்ன, Superman,
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill மாதிரி எனக்கு ஒரு boyfriend வேணும்.
He has a very rugged.
He's actually very manly, like chest hair.
Chest hair and everything.
Manly.
But I'm pretty sure he's also like he does grooming stuff.
I mean, he's on camera.
So, but the thing is, women have like, okay, I want a picture like this. So then maybe they get a boyfriend like that, right? I mean, imagine like people like Johnny Depp. Makal wear eyeliner.
Bro, Johnny Depp has his style.
But his fucking style.
Yeah.
I really relate to his
so
style.
What? He not manly, is it? Like
no, but that's their culture. Because right, if you look at 70s, 80s rock bands, eyeliner, nail polish, punk rock. So it's accepted there. But you don't see like Harris Jayaraj, Ilayaraja with like eyeliner.
Daki, what? Daki, I think nail polish, right?
Daki following rockstar culture, what?
Yeah.
But that doesn't make them non-manly. So my point is, right, okay, so you follow pop culture, so I'm manly ready lah.
You may never know at that time what people have said. Right?
I still cannot understand.
But Western culture, there's a rock star punk rock lifestyle and an aesthetic related to that. They all wore certain things, and the whole idea of a lot of the rock bands at that time was to go against the system. So if you look at a band like Kiss, the face paint, tongue out, high heels, tight pants. The whole idea is to go against what you are supposed to do. So I accepted a lot in Western culture, all these like Johnny Depp stuff like that. But name a prominent Indian male celebrity who is such.